Hello everyone, welcome back to Joe's World of Entertainment, or welcome to my channel. This is your first time tuning in. This is part 5 of my belated 1-year anniversary special, in which I am going to continue to show all of my remaining Walt Disney Home video titles, 2025 edition. And as you can see, I still have a lot to cover here, so let us get started. We last left off with Jungle to Jungle. Up next is That Darn Cat with Christina Ricci and Dougie Doug. He's the only one that's got a clue. I got this tape off eBay back in March of 2020. This is a 1997 remake of the 1965 movie. This is a former Blockbuster rental, as you can see. And this is a pretty good movie. The remake's pretty good. This is what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed July 12th, 1997. Up next is First Kid with Sinbad, in which KNX Radio, CBS Radio called it Disney's best comedy in years. I got this tape at a thrift store back in September of 2021. This movie also features Zachary Ty Bryan from Home Improvement and Brock Pierce, who played a young Gordon Bombay in the first Mighty Ducks movie. He plays the first kid in this movie. This movie's pretty funny. It's been a while since I've watched it though. Here's what this tape looks like. It's got an ink label and a print date of July 26th, 1997. This tape opens with the 1991 green FBI warnings, the gold Walt Disney video logo, and a blue background. Then the flashbang coming soon to own on video cassette bumper, followed by a preview for the 40th anniversary limited edition release of Old Yeller. Then the flashbang now available to own on video cassette bumper, followed by previews for Kazam and Microcosmos. Then the flashbang feature presentation logo, the green format screen, the Walt Disney Pictures logo, the Caravan Pictures logo, and then the star of the film. Give me 1 sec. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Up next is Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. This is a direct-to-video sequel. I got this tape at a Goodwill at the same time I got the first 95 VHS of Cinderella and the fully restored limited edition VHS of Mary Poppins back in July 2011. So I've had this tape for quite a while as well. This movie's not bad for a sequel, and on Tuesday, this movie will turn 28 on November 11th. That's when it came out on VHS 28 years ago on November 11th. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed October 8th, 1997. And the last time I showed this tape, I made a bit of a typo here in the opening. I said that it had the 1997 green FBI warning screens, but I checked the tape a couple months ago, and this tape actually opens with the 1991 green FBI warning screens. Then it's got the gold Walt Disney video logo, then the flashbang coming soon to theaters bumper, followed by a trailer for Flubber, then the flashbang coming soon to own on video cassette bumper, followed by previews for Peter Pan, Hercules, George of the Jungle, and Belle's Magical World. Then Wonderful World of Disney promo, followed by Disney Cruise Line promo, then the custom-made now available on CD cassette bumper, followed by a promo for the Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas soundtrack, then the feature program bumper, and then the star of the film. Next is George of the Jungle, strong as he can be. Siskel and Ebert gave this movie 2 thumbs up. I got this tape at Savers earlier this year. I did used to own a copy of this tape a long time ago, but I ended up donating it, and I found a new copy earlier this year. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed October 20th, 1997. This is a pretty funny movie. It's been a while since I watched it, though. Up next is Air Bud, in which KNX CBS Radio called it Irresistible. Got this tape at a Goodwill back in March of 2012. I've had this tape for quite a while as well. This is a pretty fun movie to watch. Here's the tape itself. Ink label, printed December 31st, 1997. New Year's Eve, 1997. Printed a day before the new year, 1998. Okay. Up next is Oliver Twist with Richard Dreyfuss and Elijah Wood, part of the magic of the Wonderful World of Disney. I got this tape at a thrift store at the same time I got the Walt Disney Film Classics tape of Old Yeller. And this movie, it's not bad compared to the movie musical Oliver, which I don't have, but I have seen only once though. And I have seen this movie a couple of times. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed January 7th, 1998. This opens with the 1997 green API warnings, the gold Walt Disney Home video logo, then the flashbang coming soon to theaters bumper, followed by a trailer for Mighty Joe Young, then the flashbang coming soon to on video cassette bumper, followed by previews for Angels in the End Zone, although there's no announcer for that preview, and then Peter Pan, The Little Mermaid, and Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World. Then the Wonderful World of Disney promo for 2 upcoming movies, the Garbage Picking Field Goal Kicking Philadelphia Phenomenon, premiering on February 15th, and Gold Rush, premiering on March 8th. Then the flashbang feature presentation logo, then the star of the film. Next is Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella with Brandy, Jason Alexander, Whoopi Goldberg, Whitney Houston, may she rest in peace, and Bernadette Peters. Also part of the magic of the Wonderful World of Disney. This movie features an all-star cast. I got this tape at a Goodwill at the same time I got D3, The Mighty Ducks. And this is a good movie musical. I like some of the songs in this movie, like The Sweetest Sounds, Impossible, and It's Possible. Here's what this tape looks like. Ink label, printed January 18th, 1998. This opens with the green API warnings, the gold Walt Disney Home video logo, then the flashbang coming soon to theaters bumper, followed by a trailer for Mulan, then the flashbang coming soon to on video cassette bumper, followed by previews for Toothless, Peter Pan, The Little Mermaid, and Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World. Then the Wonderful World of Disney promo for 2 upcoming movies, Gold Rush premiering on March 8th, and Safety Patrol premiering on March 29th. Then the flashbang feature presentation logo, the 1986 Sorcerer Mickey Walt Disney Home Video Presents logo, and then the star of the film. Up next is Rocket Man. He's just taking up space. Roger Ebert of Chicago sometimes called it a wacky comedy. I must agree, this is pretty funny. I got this tape off eBay back in July of 2023, and I did watch the rest of this movie earlier this year. I thought it was pretty funny. And one of the best scenes in this movie is when the 3 astronauts take a call via satellite from the President of the United States, and Fred Randall starts singing, "He's got the whole world in his hands." And he got the whole world singing it too, along with the President of the United States and the other 2 astronauts. Here's what this tape looks like. Ink label, printed March 18th, 1998. Excuse me one moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of something. Up next, I've got 2 copies of Flubber with Robin Williams. I'll explain why I have 2 copies in a moment. I'm going to show the rest of the clamshells first. This copy I got at a Goodwill back in July of 2011. I've had this tape for quite a while as well. And this is a pretty funny movie. This movie also features Jodie Benson as the voice of Weebo. Here's what this tape looks like. It's got an ink label and a print date of February 16th, 1998. This copy I got at the Facebook Marketplace back in earlier this year in August. This came in a bin of VHS tapes for free. This, as you can see, the casing's not in the best condition. Tape itself, however, plays fine. This one's got a later print date of April 2nd, 1998. The only difference between these 2 tapes here are that this tape has a trailer for Mulan, but this one does not. So that's why I have 2 copies of Flubber, as you can see. Next is Angels in the End Zone with Christopher Lloyd. This also features Matthew Lawrence and David Gallagher, also part of the magic of the Wonderful World of Disney. Got this tape at a thrift store in September 2021. This is the sequel to Angels in the Outfield. This movie's not bad. It's been a while since I watched it, though. Here's what the tape looks like. It's got an ink label and a print date of April 6, 1998. Oh, it's also got a business supply card and that other thing there. I don't know what that is. Let's put the tape back. Up next, I have The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. I got this tape at Savers earlier this year in March. I did used to own a copy of this tape before a long time ago, but I ended up donating it and I found a new copy earlier this year. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed April 15th, 1998. Okay. Next is The Spirit of Mickey, His Most Treasured Moments. I got this tape at a thrift store back in September of 2009. This is a direct-to-video feature, which includes some of Mickey Mouse's best cartoons, like the band concert, Orphan's Picnic, Mickey's Surprise Party, Mickey and the Seal, and a few others, which leads up to the special bonus cartoon at the end, Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse's first ever cartoon ever made. Here's what this tape looks like. Ink label, printed June 3rd, 1998. Okay. Next I've got Meet the Deedles, in which Gene Wolfe's Hollywood called it the most unlikely comic duo since Bill and Ted. I got this tape off eBay back in November of 2018. I've had this tape for a while as well. This movie features the late great Paul Walker, long before he passed away in 2013. This movie came out in 1998. This is a pretty good movie. Here's what this tape looks like. It's got an ink label, and it's got a print date of, there we go, July 3rd, 1998. This is a former Blockbuster rental, as you can see. Alright, next is Pocahontas 2 Journey to a New World, another direct-to-video sequel. Got this tape at Savers earlier this year. I did used to own a copy of this tape before, but I ended up donating it, and I found a new copy earlier this year. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed July 2nd, 1998, printed 2 days before 4th of July. And this movie is a pretty good sequel. Up next is Kiki's Delivery Service, There's Magic in the Air. Even though this is a Buena Vista Home Video release, I decided to include it in my Walt Disney Home Video titles anyway, just because I want to. I got this tape at a Goodwill back in November 2011. I've had this tape for quite a while as well. And this is a pretty good movie. This movie was released in Japan in 1989 and re-released in America in 1998. And this movie marks Phil Hartman's last voice acting role before he passed away in that year, 1998. He did the voice of Kiki's black cat, Gigi. He worked alongside Kirsten Dunst in this movie as well. And Kirsten Dunst provided the voice of Kiki in this film. And they both worked together in the movie Small Soldiers, which also came out in that year, 1998. And that would be Phil Hartman's last acting role in that movie as well. Here's what this tape looks like. Ink label, printed August 2nd, 1998. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. Up next is The Jungle Book Mowgli Story. This is a direct-to-video feature, which I got at Goodwill. At the same time, I got the first copy of Flubber. It's a pretty good film. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed August 30th, 1998. Okay. Up next is The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. I got this tape at Goodwill. At the same time, I got the 97 VHS of Sleeping Beauty and a Rugrats Thanksgiving back in June of 2011. I've had this tape for quite a while as well. This is another direct-to-video sequel. And this movie's okay. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed October 5th, 1998. Alright. Up next is The Parent Trap. This is a 1998 remake of the 1961 movie starring Lindsay Lohan, which marks her movie debut here. And this movie also features Dennis Quaid and Natasha Richardson. May she rest in peace. I've had this tape for an extremely long time. I've had it since 2006. And Lisa Ann Walter, who plays Chessie in this movie, appeared on season 2 of Celebrity Jeopardy, and she did very well. She won $1 million for her charity, but unfortunately, she was not able to participate in last season's Tournament of Champions on Jeopardy because she was busy taping Abbott Elementary. But hopefully, we'll be able to see her again in the next Tournament of Champions on Jeopardy later this season. Here's what this tape looks like. Ink label, printed November 23rd, 1998. Up next is Air Bud Golden Receiver, in which Kansas City Sun says you and your kids will love this movie. Got this tape at a Goodwill back in August of 2010. I've had this tape for quite a while. And this is the second film in the Air Bud franchise. This movie's alright. It's been a while since I watched it though. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, with 2 later print dates of June 7, 2001 and April 12, 2001. Printed a week before I turned 2. Up next is Summer of the Monkeys. One boy's discovery leads to the adventure of a lifetime. I got this tape at a Goodwill at the same time I got Air Bud. Sorry if you guys can hear barking in the background, those are my dogs. This is a pretty good movie. It's got some promo stuff here. Here's the tape itself with a dark sticker label, printed December 1st, 1998. Excuse me one moment, guys. Alright, sorry about that again, guys. Up next is Mighty Joe Young. I got this at a Goodwill back in December 2012. Had this tape for quite a while as well. This is a pretty good movie, starring Charlie Theron. And Regina King's also in this movie. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed April 1st, 1999, or April Fool's Day, 1999. Printed 18 days before I was born. And this tape, and the last time I showed this tape, I made a bit of a typo in the opening to this tape as well. I said that after the promo for Alice in Wonderland and Robin Hood, I said that it had a preview for Madeline Lost in Paris and the Wonderful the Disney intro on ABC. Well, I recently checked the tape, and this tape actually has a preview for Disney's sing-along songs, Flick's musical adventure, Disney's Animal Kingdom, after the promo for Alice in Wonderland and Robin Hood. Then the Flashbang feature presentation logo, the green format screen, the blue Walt Disney Pictures logo, the RKO Pictures logo, and then the star of the film. Next is A Bug's Life, THX certified. I got this tape off eBay back in September of 2018. This is the second film made by Pixar Animation Studios. It's a pretty good movie. It's been a while since I watched it though. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed March 5th, 1999. Alright. Next is The Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue. I got this tape at Savers in July earlier this year. This movie was supposed to serve as the sequel to The Brave Little Toaster, but this VHS came out the year after The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars did. I don't know why. This movie was released in the UK in 1997, but the VHS was released a year after The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed March 29th, 1999. And The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars came out in 1998. That was supposed to be the third movie. Up next is My Favorite Martian with Jeff Daniels and Christopher Lloyd. The Martian has landed, there goes the neighborhood. I got this tape off eBay back in August of 2019. I've had this tape for quite a while. And this movie also features Daryl Hannah and Elizabeth Hurley, as you can see, from Austin Powers. This is a pretty good movie. It's got an official mail-in certificate. Save $5 by mail when you buy 2 videos. My Favorite Martian and 4 other, and plus any of these 4 movies. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed July 25th, 1999. Next is Inspector Gadget with Matthew Broderick and Rupert Everett, the greatest hero ever assembled. I got this tape at a thrift store back in 2018. I've had this tape for quite a while as well. This is a pretty good movie. This movie also features a young Michelle Trachtenberg, who passed away earlier this year. May she rest in peace. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed October 24th, 1999. Printed a week before Halloween. Up next is Tarzan, also THX certified. I got this at a thrift store back in December 2011. This is an awesome movie. I used to love watching this movie as a kid, a lot when I was a kid, but it's been a while since I watched it though. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed November 29th, 1999. Yeah, I used to love watching this movie when I was a kid. Up next is Life Size, starring Lindsay Lohan and Tyra Banks. She was a perfect doll, now she's the real thing. Also part of the magic of the wonderful world of Disney. I got this tape at Savers in May of 2022. I got it at the same time I got Beauty and the Beast. Pretty good movie. Oh, it's also got a Barbie sticker up here, as you can see. Here's what this tape looks like. It's got an ink label and a blue lid. Printed March 23rd, 2002. Okay. Next I have Buzz Lightyear Star Command, starring Tim Allen. I got this tape at Savers in April of 2022. I've had this tape for quite a while, but I have not finished the rest of the movie yet, but I will eventually. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed June 23rd, 2000. Yeah, I've only watched a little bit of this movie so far, but I'll finish the rest of it later on. Let me scooch over here. Up next is the Tigger movie. Got this tape at the Facebook Marketplace back in March of 2021. This movie's okay. Here's what this tape looks like. It's got a dark sticker label and a later print date of November 14th, 2000. Okay. Up next is The Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea. I got this tape off eBay back in July of 2020. This is a pretty good movie. This is a direct-to-video sequel. It's not bad. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed June 17th, 2000. And this tape opens with the 2000 Blue Up the Eye warnings, the gold Walt Disney Home video logo, followed by a film reel coming soon to theaters bumper, followed by a trailer for 102 Dalmatians, then a trailer for The Emperor's New Groove, then the film reel coming soon to 100 video DVD bumper. And there are some copies of this tape that have a preview for Fantasia 2000, and there are some that have a preview for Toy Story 2. This one has a preview for Fantasia 2000. Then it's got the film reel now available to 100 video DVD bumper, followed by a green fallen preview screen, and then a preview for the Tigger movie, then a Disney Cruise Line promo, followed by a promo for the Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea soundtrack, then the join us set to the feature bumper, the film reel feature presentation logo, the Walt Disney Pictures logo, then the star of the film. And then after the movie's over, it's got a preview for Lady and the Tramp 2: Scamp's Adventure, followed by a preview for The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, and a promo for The Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea, the video game, on CD-ROM. Up next is Toy Story 2 with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. Oh, it's also THX certified. I didn't see that there. I got this tape at a thrift store back in April 2012. It's a pretty good sequel. Here's the tape itself with the ink label, printed August 10th, 2000. Alright. Up next is Air Bud World Pop. Features U.S. soccer greats Brandy Chastain, Brianna Scurry, and Tisha Venturini, a new breed of soccer dad. I got this tape at a thrift store back in July of 2014. This is the third movie in the Air Bud franchise. And this movie was released directly to video. The first two movies were released in the theaters. Here's the tape itself, ink label, printed November 3rd, 2000. Okay. Up next is Dinosaur, also THX certified. I got this at a thrift store back in November of 2020. I did used to own a DVD copy of this movie a long time ago, but I ended up donating it. Oh. It's also got some promo stuff here. There's a supply card and a few other things. Here's the tape itself with the ink label, printed November 28, 2000. Okay. Next is Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure. I got this at Angel View back in September of 2019. This is a direct-to-video sequel as well. Here's the tape itself with a dark sticker label and a print date of January 22nd, 2001. Alright. Up next I have Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington. And Eber and Roper in the movies gave this movie 2 thumbs up. And David Sheehan of KCBS TV says, a rousing celebration of the human spirit filled with heart and soul. This is a fun movie to watch. I got this tape at a thrift store at the same time I got Tarzan. And this movie... yeah, this movie's fun to watch. This movie also features... Will Patton, Donald Faison, a young Hayden Panettiere, and this movie also features Ryan Gosling as well, and Kate Bosworth is in this movie too. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed January 20th, 2001. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. Up next, I have 102 Dalmatians. Meet 2 unlikely heroes with a bone to pick. Starring Glenn Close. Got this at a thrift store back in June 2014. Casing's not in the best condition, as you can see. Tape itself, however, plays fine. It's got a sticker label. Printed January 30th, 2001. Up next, I've got The Emperor's New Groove, also THX certified. Got this tape at a thrift store at the same time, or I got this at a garage sale, excuse me. Got it at a garage sale at the same time I got A Kid in King Arthur's Court back in March of 2013. And this is a good movie. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is when a kid wakes up from a nightmare and then he argues with his sister. Nuh-uh, yeah, nuh-uh, yeah, nuh-uh, yeah, nuh-uh, 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 night, mom, nuh-uh, 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 nuh-uh. Oh, that scene gets me every time. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label, printed April 16, 2001. Printed 3 days before I turned 2 at that time. Up next, I have Recess School's Out, created by Paul and Joe, saving the world one playground at a time. Got this tape at Savers back in 2022. It's a pretty good movie. It's got some promo stuff here as well. Here's the tape itself, dark sticker label, printed June 23rd, 2001. Alright. And last but not least, I have The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, another direct-to-video sequel. I got this at Savers back in 2022 as well. I still have not finished this movie yet, but I will eventually. Oh. It also came with some promo stuff here. Here's the tape itself with a dark sticker label, printed January 16, 2002. And this movie features the voice of Jennifer Love Hewitt as Madeline. Alright. And that does it for all my Walt Disney Home video titles, 2025 edition. That does it for part 5 of my belated 1-year anniversary special. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys for the 6th and final part of my belated 1-year anniversary special, in which I will show all of my Walt Disney Home Entertainment titles, so be sure to tune in for that.